Hello guys, welcome to Astrolada. I am so proud to be your host, wonderful people, tonight. For those who don't know me, I am Rad and I am a tarot reader here at Astrolada, at Astrolada, website. So this will be your monthly, mid-month, excuse me, forecast for love and how to manifest, how to find our love. At Astrolada, website. So Jesus, I forgot to, yeah, forgot to lower down the YouTube sound. So, with that being said, guys, stay tuned so we can see how exactly we can manifest our love and what is exactly obstructing us in order to do so. But also, we will reveal what we can focus on in order to be more successful and what will came up from it, which will be most likely positive for every single one of us if we do follow the routine that it is given to us, let's say, from the universe, and what are our options available from the universe. And if we go for them, it's probably something beautiful out from this will happen. So as per usual, people, we will go at the ordinary sign, ordinary order of the star sign, which will be starting from Aries first, and then we are finishing on Pisces. So let's give it a good shuffle to this old deck of mine and see what is going on with our hearts, people. See what is going on with our emotions. Hello guys, how are you doing tonight? Every single one of you. You feeling the love in the air? Thank you, Miss Angel. Thank you. Okay, so the spread has four cards, which the first will be where we are finding ourselves, or let's say what are the situations we are involving ourselves at right now. Then it's going to be the second card, guys, which will show to the star sign what are their potential or what they can focus on in order to maximize their love success during this mid-month to the end of the month. The third card will be what can obstruct us or what obstacles we may have along the way, either an obstacles which are revealed to us or such as remain mystery to us and they are kind of acting behind the scene. And this will be important because it will make us aware what exactly is stopping us from feeling or expressing our love toward the world. And then the fourth card will be what happens if we do what we can focus on in order to, manifest our particular emotions, or accept love that is coming in our way. So for Aries, we do have these four guys. So as for what I can see, Aries are not starting very well at the mid-month with the Three of Swords. Here we are seeing either a disappointment or a realization that the things are not as good as they think they are into their love life. It does seem that most of you, because usually this card is associated with a particular information coming into our way where we kind of it just brings us down because we didn't expect that thing to happen or we didn't expect the things to turn out that way. However, it is very important that with the Three of Swords, guys, just sometimes we are making the problem harder than the problem is, and it is exactly what can bring us down. So even if something like this happens to you, even if something creates a heartbreak because, or a heartache, let's say that way, so because that card usually expresses heartache when it comes to love, created by a particular truth or an information, because I want to explain you the cards a little bit more, guys. We do have three swords piercing the heart. The sword is a symbol of truth, revelations, and information that is coming in our way, piercing the heart, which means that this information, revelations, or secrets are kind of destroying our hearts. It is how we are finding ourselves. So usually this creates a self-imposed obstructions where we are making the problem bigger than the problem actually is. For example, we may torture ourselves, or for example, we may, let's say, accept that we are guilty for the situation itself, because we haven't seen that one coming. No one can actually see that one coming, guys. That's why it's called secret. So it is important that you gather up your thoughts and move forward from there. It is because the next one, people, it is the King of Cups, and that man is something that you can focus on. Someone who is a water sign, people, either the water signs, either Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, or it has these ascendants. Now, this person usually capable of showing a deep commitment, a deep emotions. It is someone rather who does not like to expose them in front of everybody. However, it does seem that if you are persistent enough and if you are kind of showing a particular devotion toward them, it does seem that he is going to reveal himself towards you. So that speaks for rather a particular partner, or in existing relationship where you are just, you know, constantly fighting here with the Three of Swords, constantly hurting one another, opening wounds, and an old wounds most likely. That seems this is someone like a therapist or a common friend, which is actually working in the favor of the relationship. And it could be also someone who can save your relationship. So this is something that you can focus on. Or also it could be a third party that is kind of showing himself worthy, more worthy, let's say that way, than the partner that you are at. And this is where it comes the, let's say, the thinking of, does your efforts sustaining your current relationship right now, Aries, justifies the results, or is it not more profitable to aim for that particular person here? Remember, he is capable of a very deep love. However, he is not showing it at the very start. So you may kind of face a wall or a poker face when you start empathizing with this person. So what can really obstruct you guys is the Four of Pentacles. And that kind of speaks that you may be more focused on the first, the material side of the thing. Second, you may try to take on a defensive measure. So it's about clinging into what is what is really obstructing you here. So how this can be given as an example, let's say that your relationship, one of the versions that I said is that your relationship is breaking up and you clinch way too hard in order to sustain it. It's because something you are comfortable with, okay? And this is exactly what can really obstruct you guys, especially as I saw the last card, which is the Seven of Pentacles, the one that shows the end goal. When you focus on that guy here, it does seems as a card seriously considering a very deep commitment here, okay? So whatever it is breaking up into your life, guys, or whatever it is shifting, rather, I can say, in your love life right now from the mid-month to the end month, it does seem that you shouldn't clinch way too much into it. You shouldn't try to indulge yourself into it in a term of that you can make yourself believe that can actually the things can work out. They could, but it will require a quite high effort, and you have to swallow also the pain and the suffering. In other words, you have to become a martyr there. So nobody wants that to happen with themselves, right? So it is basically try to step out your comfort zone if you want the things to go forward faster than anticipated. Because if you try to stay in your comfort zone because you don't know what is going to happen when you empathize with this particular guy, then I don't see how the things are going to get better with these four cards, guys, because the last one is the Seven of Pentacles. So one of the version is if you try to stay in your particular relationship and if you try to save it, if really it's going on as worst as possible, it is in the end, it does seems that you are going to withdraw for it at least so you can give yourself a break. The second version here is that you will seriously consider not committing with that guy that you can focus on as a mistake and then start committing with him. If this is not as bad as I'm presenting it, so the relationship really is facing a particular argument, but those arguments are not as strong to break the relationship itself. It is something that you can forgive. It is something that you can really forget into your past. The wounds are not as deep as I'm presenting them right now, because this is also a possibility, guys. It does seem that you will try or you will need a time to heal from them, and it is where you will make a withdrawal from the relationship itself, guys. And it does seem the withdrawal will be very, very productive, but it will take a time. For those singles, as I said, they are going to meet someone who is capable of loving them very much. However, commitment with them, it's not going to be something that brother will make you comfortable. So it does seem that surprises that he's going to put you through are not going to be something that you will like. In other words, it will make you feel awkward and comfortable in the places like the restaurants, like dates and these kind of stuff. And thus, it seems that some serious conversations again is going to be led with him, and so you can kind of, hold down his horses for a while, excuse me. So after that, guys, we are going into Taurus, just so we can see what Taurus can expect from now on in their life till the end of the month. Okay. These four for you, Taurus, and I really don't see why you're struggling way too much in order to show yourself that you can, let's say, persevere without the relationship itself. It does seem that whatever relationship you have or whatever commitment you want to have, it is stronger than you are, in a term of that you cannot pull away yourself from it so lightly as you think it is. And that particular struggle, it does create stress, first of all. Second, it tests you, it is testing you from the inside, if it's what I can say. However, you may find yourself in a place where you need to make a swift actions in order to sustain your particular relationship, as the relationship may find itself tested. Okay, tested from outwardly. Okay, so it could be here we could see a possibility of a third party, maybe someone exterior who wants to break your relationship so they can have a relationship with you, or it could be, let's say, your mother who is not approving your partner, or it could be your sister or brother that they're not improving your partner. However, some particular competition for destroying your estate in the relationship you may face. However, you are going to be much stronger than that. However, resistance, it is what needs to be placed from yourself. You really need to take your ground there, okay, and guard what you do have. So a little bit of troublesome time with how you're going to start this half of the month, guys, into your relationship status. So be very mindful of what you show in front of other people in terms of secrecy and intimacy in front of them, or like how you're leading your intimate life. So you should not expose your relationship whatsoever. And if that being said, for those single people, this particular card may suggest that you have just been given a hint of a commitment. You just don't want to make that commitment. It's because probably you are finding this person which gave you a hint of commitment, you are finding it below your level. It is what I can see from that card. Then it is what you can go for. Here we have the Lovers card, people, and for one relationship, for one love, we can only say harmony and matching of souls in a term of that, let's say, soulmates. Now, what I like to explain about the Lovers card, the soulmate, does not mean that you meet someone who is just like you. Just on the contrary, people, soulmate is when you meet someone who is exactly opposite of what you are. However, despite of that, you do match perfectly. So it's like two perfectly matching opposites collide. Okay, like the yin and yang, they are opposites and they do match. So it is something like this. So you can create one whole. It is super fictional explanation, I know, but in other words, you need to find harmony with someone that it has entirely different interests than what you have, in a term of, let's say, movies, going out, spending time together and these kind of stuff, I mean, you do have a different ideas of how these particular activities needs to be executed. However, there is a harmony in those execution of these activities. I mean, you enjoy his way, he does enjoy your way, and at the end, you know, a third way, something combined, it has been found. So you can have a harmony in your empathizement or in your relationship, and this is what you need to focus on here, guys, creating it. So a particular compromise needs to be also made if we have to talk about that. However, what can really obstruct you people is the Ten of Swords, and particularly in relationship, guys, the Ten of Swords speaks that you may try to control it quite quite aggressively, let's say that way. You may try to control everything. If you are single, that card suggests that you will try to desperately fit this person into your life, and you may kind of exclude another priorities that are very important. This will slow you down big time, because at the end of the day, you may have to take on the responsibilities you have you have planned to take, rather, or you have promised to take in front of other people. So you may find yourself that you don't have just enough time to date with that particular guy or a woman that we said here. So for what we can see, lose the news, guys, in a term of that, try to be more playful, try to just, you know, believe in the flow of the events and try to, you know, adapt yourself into it. If you do try to control everything, I can promise you that things are not going to turn out into a very big favor. At the very least, at the end, you may find yourself very annoyed from the situations that you're experiencing. And at the end, people, for those singles, congratulations, you do have this person. It is there for you. I mean, you have just have it. Either you're gonna make it or break it. That is, guys, entirely up to you with the Judgment card. Okay, so it is also a card speaking for reunion, reconciliation. So that particular 4 cards may also speaks for a return of an old lover. And if we see more closely in the 4 cards, we're seeing your resistance of your lover returning back. Therefore, there is a harmony between you two. However, you don't have to you know, control the situation way too much, so it can unfold naturally, and bang, you're back together. Okay, it's awesome. Yeah, well, these cards highly depends on your personal situation, but basically in this kind of field, the things are going to unfold. Whatever it is, guys, at the end, it does seem that your love troubles are going to be solved, and solving it depends particularly on your personal situation, how you're finding yourself. Either you're in a relationship, you're in a divorce situation, or you are just dating with someone. That entirely depends on you guys. Okay, so after that, we are going to Gemini. Hi, Tara. Okay, so for Gemini, it is rather that they are starting the month very well with their love life, with the Ace of Pentacles. If you do have troubles, people, into your relationship, or if you're single and you do have troubles to attract someone on your path or on your way, it does seem that the issue is in the trust that you do have. So you should try to win more trust, to present yourself more trustworthy, and then it does seem that the problems that you do have, they will kind of vanquish, disappear, vanish, rather, I would say. Sorry about the vanquish. They're going to just vaporize from your estate. Other than that, it does seem that you may find yourself quite harmonious with your partner if you are in a relationship, from where a success may be can be placed. Just something else I would like to say about that card: if you do have plans with your romantic half, with your romantic mate, people, it does seem that you will do have the opportunity to further those plans and to further those goals. So if you do have as well plan to start dating with someone, you do have that opportunity. It seems that it is how you are starting this particular month, people. So start being active. If you, I like to say that if you stay at your home and you don't go out, you don't empathize with people, no one will come and knock on your door saying, hey, do you want to be mates? You know, so you do have to go out and start dating with people. Then what you can focus on, people, this is that particular person probably, which is an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or it has these ascendant signs, guys, and that person, he does play a particular role. So it is not your intimate partner or your possibility of an intimate partner. Just on the contrary, this is someone who is actually helping you to develop that that trust which you need. So it is someone, but the method of that guy or a woman, most likely a woman, young woman, guys, her methods are a little bit, I don't approve them, because she is trying to get you into the right path by giving you way too much criticism, even though she is also have an affinity to lie, so she can get you on the right track. Though you can go for her, you can go for her advices, and you will see how actual how actually they can unfold for you and how much prosperity they can give to you. Actually, you will see how reasonable these advices are, guys. If this, however, it is not a person, that particular card speaks very soundly. If you do have a relationship and the relationship have troubles, people, that you need to confront those troubles. I know that there will be conflicts. I know that there will be scandals. As a matter of fact, this card is showing that. Okay, but through these candles, there will be a fresh air that will come into your relationship, which will present you with that a rare opportunity to further your goal. So at least you will talk everything over, and even though your partner or you needs a particular time away so they can process that information, at the end of the day, it does seem that things will turn out into your favor, guys. Then it is what can obstruct you, and Nine of Wands, keep it a silent treatment in this case. It's just believing that the things will unfold on their own. No, people, activity is what is needed. So you need to start going out. You need to confront your partner. Start going out if you're single, you know. But if you're not, start confronting your partner. Start talking about what makes you uncomfortable. Start talking about how much plan you had and nothing has been achieved at this very moment. Only through activity, people, it seems that you're going to further yourself into your romantic life. And then we are having at the end the Chariot card. So the Chariot card, rather, guys, shows that you have been successful with solving these problems into your love life. The Chariot card usually speaks for heroism, for triumph, and for luck of one's hard work. Also, it does speak for a very big determination and iron will, if you want to say it that way. So it seems that those troubles which you do thought, and problems of manifesting your love, which you do thought that they're unsolvable, bang, at the end of the month, you Gemini just solve them. So congratulations as well. Those who have troubles relationship, again, they can expect through their activity to make the things right and stabilize their relationship. As a matter of fact, as the Chariot is a water card, also suggests that the emotions in between you two are going to get warmer, much warmer, guys. I mean, by looking at these cards, it does seem that you will realize that it will be very hard to separate from one another. Okay, so then going to Cancer. Oh wow. Okay, we do have these four for your Cancer. So three majors, a major period of time from now till the end of the month. It does seem the High Priestess, guys, for those in relationship, speaks that you are finding yourself in a phase where your souls in between you and your partner are binding even stronger. So it does speak for a higher and intense flow of emotions. For those single, it does speak for a time of waiting, the right one to come on your way. And the right one is about to come on your way. Now, the High Priestess in a love reading or in a love spread, for those singles, it is always a sign that the next particular relationship which you're gonna have, it's gonna go for a quite of a long run. Only thing that you need to do, guys, is keep silent, and the partner you are waiting is going to present itself to you on its own. You don't have to even search. It is just live your life the way you are living it, and eventually, which will be rather soon, they will kind of uncover for you. For those again in relationship, then better listen to your partner, guys, better listen to your guts and into your intuition, because it does seem that you're gonna bond even harder on a soul level, let's say that way. And after this, what you can go for, what you can focus on, the Hierophant for relationship reading. Trust people, because it is how the tradition preaches. Okay, the tradition preaches that the trust goes further than one door. So if you don't plan to marry or to engage your partner, that card speaks for you as trust. Other than that, tradition speaks also for marriage, engagement, having a child. You pick. It depends on what stage your relationship is at, but you gotta pick one of these. So this is what you can focus on, people. If you are a single, you are not going to be single, as I said, for much longer. This card is just a confirmation of that one. It is just only advises you, all of you single souls, single Cancers, it is only advises you not to make a compromise with oneself, and really go for this one which suits you the best. Okay, just because you have been single for quite a while doesn't mean that you have to jump into everything that is coming into your way, guys. It does mean that just the right one, just the one that can fit perfectly into your understanding of how your intimate partner should look like and should behave and should be as a social status. It is coming, and you need to wait a little bit much longer for it. Then it is the Emperor, what you should not cling into, or what can really obstruct you. And the Emperor in your case, guys, speaks that you should restrict yourself of taking an additional responsibility from for if you want to say the existing relationship. You shouldn't take the relationship for granted, is what I like to say. You shouldn't put it into boundaries, as one relationship can, sorry, always expand. So the Emperor speaks rather more for that cold behavior, where the whole commitment, it is based on material level, it is based on plans, it is based on structure. Okay, you need to bring a particular amusement into your relationship. If you are finding yourself in one, you need to bring a certain surprises in, certain turnarounds in. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to be adaptable into your relationship. For those single guys, that card speaks that you shouldn't enter into one relationship or into one commitment with a contract. Okay, a contract like type of empathizement. It is like, for example, you do have only free time for that guy that is coming, which will be actually your soulmate. It is most likely to be your soulmate, and you tell him or you tell her that you do have time only from 8 to 10 to pay attention to them, or to devote to them, and then you have to go and do something else. I mean, your devotion should be completely focused on them. Otherwise, it doesn't seem that it's going to work very fast. Yes, it's going to work, but not very fast. And the more The more strict and structured you make the whole routine with this particular guy, the more you annoy them people, and the more you are going to push them away from you. And at the end, guys, how this is going to turn away or turn out, sorry, for you. Queen of Cups, a person most likely, which is again a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It has these ascendants. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily has to be a woman, but if it is a male, has rather more feminine approach. Okay, so it's someone who likes to take care of themselves in a term of the spending way too much time in the bathroom, you know, making makeups and these kind of stuff. I'm not saying gays or these kind of people, but they just like to take care of their outer look more than the ordinary male. Okay, and they are very, very emotional as well. It is not characteristics for one male to be emotional, to outburst in tears and these kind of stuff, but they are. Okay, these the males represented with this card. So it seems that you're gonna find a person at the end. If you do clinch into the Hierophant, you do find a person who will take care for you very well. It will be someone who will devote emotionally to you completely. It will be someone who will be capable of keeping your secrets. Okay, so it is someone that you can share everything, basically. Everything that it is really going heavy on you and you can't stand it anymore. You just want to put your head out the window and start screaming, I don't just care, I just don't can't get this one anymore. Okay, so you the very least, guys, want a friend to your life for what it does seems, and also an emotional expression which will be also shared. It is what is coming as well in your way. Okay, so next one is Leo. Okay, you do have these four guys, the Nine of Swords with the Four of Pentacles, with the Queen of Swords, and with the Four of Wands. So the mid-month start with the Nine of Swords doesn't seem very good, but it's gonna get better. I do promise you that with the next three cards that are yet coming. So Nine of Swords, guys, for one existing relationship, in order to you to manifest your love, you shouldn't be afraid to express your emotions and your feelings. You shouldn't be afraid to dig up the matter to the very bottom. So this card really, it is expression of you that needs to search the very roots of the problems you have with your partner, because it does seem that you're afraid once starting to dig up the dirty shirts that your partner may have, the relationship may ruin. In the reality, there is nothing to be afraid of. In the reality, if you actually don't start doing it, people, I mean, the real problem of why you are not getting along with your man or with your woman, it's going to be left buried beneath, and the situation is not going to resolve very, very quickly. So fear is something that can start eating your soul, guys, and you should not allow the fear to completely take over you. Something else could be brought into you, people. It could be that your partner may slam an old mistakes of yours into your face, and you need to make sure that everything is kind of settled, or everything is talked over in a term of that, how to express it, in a term of that, you know, yes, you are a human, and it is what we do. Human make mistakes, so we are not robots. Okay, so if they can't find a strength to forgive you, then they need to search deep within themselves. So if they want that relationship to prosper further, For those singles, guys, I mean, the loneliness can really, really get you at the start of the month, and it can push you to go into the measures for you to be to have a commitment beyond what you usually do. In a term of that, let's say that you believe, for example, that the dating sites are something below your level, but the feeling of loneliness may really push you to, I don't know, to sign in one of them and try your luck in there. Whatever it is going to really challenge you, people. And through that challenge, it does seems that you can really start feeling very comfortable into your waters in a term of that. For relationship, for example, once you conquer your fear, people, and once you start digging up really what is causing all these issues into your relationship, you will find out very comfortable of taking on these problems and very comfortable of kind of, you know, solving them. And you will also clinch into already existent convictions, let's say that way, or existing patterns as well. So nothing unusual will happen. Everything will be within your competition. So no risks will be involved in for losing your intimate partner here, guys. Also, the card suggests that you need to take a little bit more defensive position against your emotions, for example, because that seems that people will try to get you through your emotions, or your partner will try to reach a compromise through your emotions. So try to be more defensive. Don't expose yourself way too much in front of others. Rather than that, you can reach a solidity into your relationship if you are not single, guys. If you are single, you can go for meeting and start empathizing with people which are not putting you into awkward position, which are really seeming that they do care for you. So the appearance of this card, guys, speaks that there are such people around you. So it is entirely up to you to find them and start making something about a further commitment with them. And what really kind of struck you is this woman here. This woman and an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or it has these ascendants. What she's really doing, guys? Well, usually that person is someone who likes power, okay? So the way I can see it, that woman, most likely, she does have power over you. And because you conquered your fear and now you're feeling yourself into a very warm waters, a very known waters, you're feeling yourself comfortable into your situation, that power is starting to slip through her fingers. So in other words, you will start breaking free from someone that is not really entering into your, it is not really fitting into your romantic life. It could be your mother, it could be your boyfriend or girlfriend mother, it could be their sister or their brother. But the thing is that she is an obstruction to make the relationship, let's say, mature, okay? Because the root of the problem, we just found it. It is her or maybe he. But in order to take her away, in order to wipe her away, you need to start, as I said, taking on defensive measures, and don't share your plans with anybody but those who have a biggest trust at, okay? Because at the end, people are probably at the end of the month. With the Four of Wands, we are seeing new celebrations, winning new friends, and putting a closure to that, let's say, troublesome start or a cycle. So the hard work here, people, it does pay off, okay? And you will really celebrate it. You will say, oh, it's finally over. So now I can enjoy myself into my relationship. The card also speaks for family. It is maybe a start of your family. This particular solving of issues may initiate a start of creating family, which may speak for engagement or a marriage. Also, the card, if you are single, it does seem that you surround yourself with people which will make your time running out pleasant, and one of them, or even more, just one of them, maybe also a potential for you for a romantic relationship. In another word, Leo, potential for you to express your love, and so you can receive one. UK, I am from Bulgaria. Or rather YK. So, Virgo. Now, guys, for Virgo, really not much to be said about singles. I mean, I'm showing you these 4 cards, guys, because I would just confuse you if I go one by one. These 4 cards are a very sound decision, and it says make family. It is just, it's what it says. Okay, you need to, if you are single, you need to stop throwing yourself in all these random relationships that you may be experiencing until now, and you really need to focus into someone which happiness is revolving around your happiness. In other words, to a person who is feeling happy when makes you happy. Okay, so the appearance in these 4 cards here is showing that such it is coming within your way. For those who are not single and they are having a relationship, it is rather they are finding themselves in a place where the relationship is just starting to move forward, it is start flourishing, and it is start creating in that pleasant environment, people, where all of a sudden that relationship, even if it though had some problems in the past, now it's all of a sudden start worth experiencing again and start worth moving it forward to a place where you can transform it into creating a family, Virgo. Because here it is what you need to focus on, guys. It is the Hermit card, and this is what is substantial for you. What is really essential is this relationship that you are at right now. Very important for you. It is what you need to ask yourself. For what I can see with these 2 cards, yes, it is much more important probably that you are aware of. So you have to cling into it, and you have to continue pushing it more and more, because the more you push it, the more happy you will start feeling within. Because what can really obstruct you with the 5 of Pentacles, guys, is the doubt. The doubt that, am I being able to create a family in my relationship or with my relationship? Am I going to be able to make it work, to sustain it, to make it something in the long term? Yes, you are going to, because the 5 of Pentacles here for you people, it is self-obstruct doubts. It is where your mental strength should become a virtue. You should analyze logically everything that is happening around you, and when you do so, you will see how much your partner does care for you. And at the end is where the marriage happens, guys. It is at the end where the real commitment, it does happens. Okay, so this is as much as I can say for one relationship. Seeing these 4 cards, very much sound decision for Virgo. Go for the family, people. Go for the family. As a matter of fact, what I'm saying, go for the family. For those singles, if they can't find right now a potential partner for them, maybe they want to focus more into spending time with friends which are like a family into them. Okay, because through them, probably through a common knowers, or the very least, they will realize what is really important for them to create one relationship. Because it does seem that your partner, it is coming, guys, with the Hermit here. That will be something very how can I place it in words, people? something that can go for a very, very long run. It will happen very slowly, however, because at the start you will start analyzing, or you will start testing this person. Is his happiness is revolving around your happiness? In other words, if is this person happy when he makes you happy or she makes you happy? And this is where the commitment will start taking place, people. And at the end, the Hierophant is only says that tradition will take place. And what is not a tradition if not a engagement or marriage, people, or probably a pregnancy? Again, the Hierophant depends strictly on one situation, people, and also speaks for a being cancelled. So it could be a consultation with a lawyer or something like this in between you people, but in between two people, but not because of divorce. Probably it's for something else, how you can make it work, you know. So for you, Virgo, very, very positive mid-month. So next one goes Libra. Libra, we do have these four for you: the Nine of Swords with the Ten of Cups, with the Hermit, sorry, and with the Four of Pentacles. So at the end, the very least, again, it doesn't seem that the mid-month is starting very well for you according to your love life, guys. For Libra, it does seem that you will do have some fears regarding to your partner, or some fears that the relationship can go to shape, okay, or the relationship can hit the rock bottom, or that there is something nagging in the relationship that you are unaware of, and that you may start digging for it. The very least, people, you may realize that this relationship means way too much for you, though you cannot afford to lose it, because this card in relationship as well shows that someone can't live without the person that is next to them, and through that they're experiencing atrocious fear of being left alone. So you need to get over that fear. For those who are experiencing that feeling of what if I'm left alone, you need to get over it by understanding that you may not get alone as well. Okay, so you have maybe just found out your love life, because we have the next one, which is the Ten of Cups. Okay, but for those single with this card as well, it will be an absence, it seems, from a potential partner, and this will really throw them into the limbo. It will really bring them down as a spirit. Okay, so it will slow their progress, the very least, and they may think that this is something they have brought on their own. It is not true, people. It is just what the time is presenting to you, in the term of that you just need to wait it out, okay, rather than to try to, constantly bump and jump into these random people trying to make a particular advertisement. So just wait it out, guys. It will pass very, very soon, because the next one is the Ten of Cups, guys. The Ten of Cups, the card of happiness, the card of innocent happiness, what I say. So this is what you can go for. For one relationship, that card strongly suggests family, people, again. So, but it is rather family not based on the material prospect. Okay, it is family based on what makes you really emotionally fulfilled in one family. So if you are in a place where you have to choose from your partner, you shouldn't choose for the richest. but you should choose from the one who is the most emotional, in a term of the one who makes you more comfortable, the one who does not exploit you, okay, the one that who does not demand you, in another words, the one that you can be happy with even without money, okay. So for those single people, it does seem that these 2 weeks which are left from the month, they will present you with a particular hope, in a term of that you will find for yourself additional probably hobby, deed, something that will distract you, something that will create an emotional satisfaction, emotional fulfillment within you. So the absence of a partner will be diminished to negligible levels. So you may expect to stop feeling miserable very, very soon. And what can really obstruct you people? It is the hermit. Withdraw for those in relationship. Withdraw, solitude, thinking way too much, contemplating with oneself either this relationship is something that you really deserve, or that does you really want it or not. It is something that can obstruct you. The very least is going to create a miserable emotions within your partner. So basically, people, you need to make up your mind very, very quickly, and you need to make it up right now. Are you willing to work it out, to work this one through, or you're going to throw it away? Because this card shows that more important thing, at least in the near future, more important thing as a relationship within the near future is not gonna come within your way. And you either have to choose to cling to this one, guys, that you do have, or you just have to break from it clean right now in this very moment. For those single people, this card rather says, you cannot hope something to happen in your existing empathizement right now. Something new is going to present itself to you, a new person, which is not going to come just right now. But in other words, you shouldn't stop going out. You should always aim to start to make a meetings, or rather to make an empathizement with different people, because somewhere from there your new interest will come. And at the end, we are finding you as a Four of Pentacles. So regardless of what your choice is going to be, even if you do choose to break from your relationship, guys, it does seem that you will not mourn for very long. It is because after that, you are going to basically find yourself into a very comfortable place. You are going to find yourself into a place of indulgence, in a term of that, how can I place it in words? In the term of that, you're going to believe that this is something that was supposed to happen. So mourning for it, it will be only something that will slow down your progress. And thus, with a refreshed vision, with an optimistic vision, you will embark your future for where the new relationship is going to take place. Okay. And for those single, here we are seeing you where you are finally feeling yourself comfortable, you are finally feeling yourself secure to let someone in within your comfort zone. So it's about opening, guys, rather than closing. Okay. So after this, we are going into Scorpio. So for Scorpio, we do have these four guys. Okay. So the first one with the Two of Pentacles, very favorable for those who are single, multiple interest. It is what the cards preaches. For those in particular relationship, it does speak, guys, that you will not be able to devote as much time in one relationship as you do like. It is because you will be more busy with exterior things. So these are small changes that are happening in your plan. Okay, these are small changings that you need to fit within your routine, which will start consuming more and more time from your private time and personal time. So the less time you will be able to devote to your relationship. And through that, it does seem that you will going to increase your gains first. But second, you need to become more adaptable. Okay, you should break the plan with your partner, for example, if you do have a strict plan of dating, and you should rearrange it. That will be the best time, the best way of managing that particular situation. Otherwise, it does seem that you won't be able to keep up with promises you have been given. Then we are going to the tower. So what you can clinch on, people. The tower into this favorable position speaks for rebuildment. So it does bring you hope, guys, of making the things right this time, okay? It will rather come through storm, so you need to be rather aggressive. But if you're not finding your relationship the way you want to find it, you do have now chance to rebuild it, or rather to rebuild your way of expressing emotions or receiving emotions. So start rebuilding, people. That is what is important, and you need to storm through it. You need to first take down everything that it is standing for the relationship itself. That speaks for a very, very active time, guys. That speaks for a renegotiations of the rules of the relationship itself. So it's really speaking for sitting on the round table and re-talk it over and over again. So at the end, a new structure of one relationship can be reached. For those which are not single, for those which are single, as I said, you will have a multiple empathizements. Okay, the one that you have mostly expected to be a potential, guys, it will turn out to be such. So expect that the next potential lover of yours, you single souls, will really, really surprise you. Okay, it will surprise you whom that person could be. It will surprise you what they really are. It will surprise you that you're attracted to such a person. So in other words, guys, don't be premeditated. In other words, try to expand your vision of qualities of your partner, because you need to give a chance to someone which you would normally not do. And what can really obstruct you, guys, with the Ace of Pentacles, that card really speaks for if you don't take the things for granted. So if you do believe that the success has been reached within these months, within these 2 weeks, then you are gonna get all the things wrong. Okay, so the harmony haven't been reached again. Okay, probably you have made a promise, probably you have created a particular plan that you need to follow, and if you do believe that these 2 weeks are going to be enough for you, you are dead wrong, guys. It does seem that your work is far from over. Okay, your work for fighting love, your work for sustaining your relationship, your work for sustaining the mate you want to empathize with and want to create a commitment with, also speaks that if you do rush the things, it will not gonna happen, people. You need to go slow and steady, and you should not be afraid of confrontations, because the rebuildment, it will happen through confrontations, for what the Tower says. And then at the end, the Knight of Pentacles, guys, really in this particular position, that card, guys, that card, first the card says that you will find yourself in a space of freedom. That's the very first thing the card says. So kind of a carefree situations, it is what you're going to find yourself, especially if you are in one career, more personal, in one relationship, excuse me, more personal freedom with him. So we are finding the rules of one relationship renegotiated. If you are single, however, it does seem that this following this fellowship of multiple people, you're gonna like it. Therefore, you may postpone your commitment, your possible commitment with that person, so you can enjoy and indulge yourself with the attention of all these women or men that are coming into your way a little bit more. You need to be careful. The more you indulge yourself within that attention, the more you will start missing all these opportunities to end up the single period of life you're finding out. So next one, it is Sagittarius turn. Oh. Okay, so for Sagittarius, we do have the Ace of Swords with the Devil, then with the Six of Pentacles, and with the Queen of Pentacles, people. So these two comes in pair here, okay? And this is about you putting a demands of executing something you really want into one relationship, guys. You desperately want an engagement. That will be a serious conversation of engagement. You do want a child. That would be a serious conversations and negotiations about having a kid. But for these two cards, people, if you are finding yourself in relationship, it does seem that you are gonna have it your way, guys. It's basically, it is that thing. You are gonna have it your way if we're talking about a commitment that you're in and involve that. So be mindful what you're wishing for and what you're asking for, people, because you are gonna get it. Okay, you're just going to get it. You want your partner to pay more attention to you, to devote more time to you. It seems that you're gonna get it. You want a kid, you want to be pregnant. It seems that you will be pregnant, or you will get pregnant your partner. And you do want more personal time because your partner is suffocating you. You will do have it through showing that you want to have it, you know. So you gotta stand out and start talking for what you do really want from one relationship. For those singles with these two cards, guys, it does seem that you have finally found the guts and a window of opportunity to talk with the person you do want to have a commitment with. Okay, so within these 2 weeks, guys, you can expect really to your desire to present yourself in front of you, in a term of that something you really want to have as a relationship will be within your grasp, guys. And there will be a courage needed, that so you can kind of seize it. Okay, so don't be cowards, people. Don't be cowards. You just, if you want something, you gotta fight for it. Okay, then it is what can obstruct you, what can really comes as a difficulties to you. And that with the Six of Pentacles, people, is if you ask for a particular help. I mean, the things that you need to do them on your own. Okay, so you can't expect your partner to really understand you, though he is going to be, or she is going to be, agreed to your terms. Okay, but they are not going to understand you, not at all. However, you're going to take a higher place in the hierarchy than they are. Thus, if you do press way too hard, people, they will take that as a abusive behavior. Be mindful of that. So try to make your push very gentle, okay, rather than something more tenacious. If we're talking about a being single, people, okay, just because you are finally capable of getting what you do really want, it doesn't mean that you have to surrender yourself to it completely, people. this particular person that is presenting itself to you guys, he may find you as someone with a low standards, or someone who is a puppet. Okay, so it is not very good. It is not very good, guys. There will be no harmony if you're not staying strong. So this particular card says that you need to stand strong and really demand for what you really want, people. Compromises? No. No, 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 no compromise, no compromises, at least these 2 weeks, people. Remember, it is all about what you want and what you deserve, guys. This is what you need to start chasing, because at the end, you will have it. With the Queen of Pentacles, guys, I don't see this card here as a person, but as that you have finally get your estate, okay? You have finally have that relationship. You have finally have that love coming into your way, and what you're going to do there, it is start sustaining it, start protecting it, start stabilizing it, start ensuring it that it's going to be last longing. So here at the end of the month is where we are seeing your devotion taking and keeping place. So, and this particular love that is coming into your way, which will be something that you very much want, okay, it will have such high value for you, people, that it will be set above everything else. It will be set above your career, it will be set above your friends, and above your personal need, because you're going to need this more than anything else. Okay, so hello Scorpio, how are you doing? So next one, Capricorn. No sunflower, no, but it seems that you Sagittarius right now, before that mid-month period of time, you are agreed to less than you deserve. So that's why I spoke as a bravery. It does seem that you are now gonna rise from slumber and ask for what you deserve, ask for what you want. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So, Capricorns. As much as I don't like to say it, people, very favorable reading for those who are going through a divorce, for what I can see, or those who are splitting up with their partner. First, I'm just summarizing right now. We do have these fours, guys. First, after the split up, it does seem that they're gonna find a new soul matching. And second, the split up will be completely into Capricorn's favor. So this card is presented with conflicts, usually when you look at the books, but this card also is with certain turnarounds. So this is how you're gonna find yourself into your love life, guys, with certain turnarounds, certain surprises. You may be surprised with someone, you may be surprised that someone loves you, you may be surprised that someone does not loves you. Okay, so you cannot take anything for granted at the start of this period of time, and you have to challenge everything that is coming in your way, challenge it against what you know to be true. And the most above everything else, you need to clinch upon your understanding of the relationship. What I mean is that you need to clinch upon what you want from that relationship to happen. In other words, you shouldn't allow your partner to lead you for the nose. You know, you shouldn't allow your partner to call the shots, if I may say it that way. If you are single with this card, people, well, it does seem that some misunderstandings will appear. Okay, some misunderstandings with a person that you may are dating, or with a person that you may want to start dating. And these misunderstandings actually can give you a window of opportunity to start dating with this person if you play your cards just right. And so we are coming into the second card, which is the Justice card. And it says basically not much to say about justice in general reading, guys, rather than you get what you deserve, people. That's why I said about a favorable for divorces, okay? Because you will get just as what you deserve, in a term of that everything will go the way it's supposed to go. All decisions that you will make, they are going to be accountable for oneself. The card speaks for if it is not going for separation, then this card stands for spreading your time accordingly in between your career and in between your relationship, so your partner really can see that you do care for the relationship as well as you care for your career as well. So for those single people, that card suggests choices, and the more swiftly you make your choice with which you want to devote your time at, the better, because this choice needs to be made as you are accountable to oneself. This choice needs to be made as you are fair to oneself, rather than to someone that is really trying to present themselves as a victim into this situation. So pity is the last thing you need to show from yourself. Pity is the last thing you need to rely on in a term of, so this speaks for kind of ruthlessness, I know. It speaks for kind of rather selfish behavior. But hey, at the end of the day, if you don't take care for your own happiness, who is going to take care of it? Especially if you are alone, guys. So what you shouldn't go for, or what can obstruct you people with the Chariot card, is to embrace and accept your fate. Okay, struggling against very big problems, and especially if it comes to those separations I spoke for, and you are finding yourself in such a situation, struggling and trying to take everything on your own, trying to make the triumph on your own is not going to work out. I mean, you obviously need help in that. You obviously need consultation. You need someone to lead you through these splits that you may go through. In one existing relationship where the splits are not taking place, guys, this card suggests that you shouldn't, how can I place it in words? You shouldn't take decision for both of you, okay? You shouldn't presume that just because you decided someone, your partner is agreed to it, okay? Because this is what can create a pointless arguments, pointless confrontation, and through it, a lot can be lost. You're just being warned for that, okay? So whenever something is come to your mind and you wanna act upon it, share it with your guy or with your woman, people. It will pay off for a long run. For those single guys, don't give a haste to whatever advertisement you're doing. Don't try to win it at all costs. Don't try to give it a triumph at all costs, because as we saw a certain turnarounds, and especially multiple people, that seems that one will come and go, another will come and go. You will not be left without options available. So don't pledge way too hard into one particular person, because at the end, your love is just, I mean, expression of your love. It is there. I mean, you're doomed to be loved. Okay, you are doomed one way or another. It may take time, guys, but it's rather to wait for the right person than to waste time with multiple wrong people. Okay, and if we're talking about your existing relationship, guys, with this card, it does seem that you will know if the one you are with is the one for you. Okay, so the only thing you need to do is keep silence, and the universe itself is going to show you that. If you are missing this person way too much when you're separated, then this is the one for you. And it's not even called love, okay? It is called soul bond, because the high priestess in relationship readings, it is the bond of the souls, because it's something doesn't make any sense. Okay, it is something on the subconscious level, and you cannot explain it. And because you cannot explain it, it is true. because you cannot destroy what you don't understand, guys. So you cannot destroy that love created by the soul bond which you don't understand. So next one, Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius. These four, they kind of go in pairs. Okay, it's not just in pairs. They're just like I think the Leo or the for the Virgo, I made the whole four because they're not making much sense, every single one of them. But just to summarize, guys, this particular reading speaks that you need to devote yourself to the private life you have rather than the career life that you are may leading. So being a workaholic, it is something that will diminish your chances to experience love, to have a happy time, to win friends, or to express love towards your partner. And if you don't restrict yourself from it, okay, the fate itself is going to show it to you through a hard way. You're gonna lose something, okay, if you do clinch into your career, guys. So I would rather suggest you don't spend an extra time into your office, but instead of that, use that extra time going out if you're single and have fun with your friends, and who knows, through a common owners, one that really attracts you and makes you an impression may show up. If we're talking about an existing relationship, Aquariuses, it does speaks that even though you may feel a little bit insecure in your current relationship, or rather you may start thinking that the future is a little bit insecure into your relationship, you need to devote yourself fully into it, okay? Because through that devotion you will prove to your partner that you are really worth it, first, and second, that they can trust you. And through these two things that you will prove to themselves, they will decide to give it a very, very long run to the relationship, even if you may have been disappointing them in the very, very recent past. Same thing you can expect from them. You can expect from your partner to give more devotion to the relationship from their end, okay? So it's about a happy spend the time together. In a term of that, you are going to start expressing your emotions without even knowing why. That is the beautiful thing here, okay? They will just come from within. So if you have been closed up a little bit lately, something will make you burst out again, okay? Something will make you express yourself again. And this will have nothing to do with premeditated actions or something in aim. That will be completely random from your end. But just these random things is going to give you hope, people. So whatever you feel, it is what my point is, whatever you feel, guys, you make sure that you express it. You don't hold it within yourself, because it is something that is going to strengthen the bond into your relationship. And at the very least, if you are finding yourself in let's say in a situation where your partner is about to decide to leave you or not, your devotion will just make, it will make difference and will allow them to stay. They will give it another go. You will have your second chance here, okay? But that devotion is needed. You cannot treat the situation like whatever. You don't care whatever happens. You just can't, because it will be this relationship you're finding out if you are not single. It is something very important for you. It is a part of your soul journey here, guys, with the moon card. For those who are single people, the person for your soul journey, it is about to come. But I don't think that this will become an intimate relationship with this person. No, it will be more like best friends, okay? It will not be a best friend, though a try for commitment may be established, but I don't think it's going to work out, Aquarius. I just don't see it working out. And thus, a very good friendship will emerge. Okay, so you will have at least someone that you can count on for the rest of your life, guys. So, last but not least, people, Pisces. Wow, I be damned. Okay, so Pisces, you got these. Huh. First of all, mainly for those single, it seems that your ship just have came, people. The only thing you can do to screw this one up, that is very important, people, because 99% of the potential relationship was screwed because of this. If you allow yourself to be stuck into the friendship zone, okay? So if you are a male and you meet that very, very attractive woman, you know, and you start going out for drinks and you start going out for a, for a walk, cinema, and this kind of stuff, you will make such a crucial mistake if you tell to her, you're such a very good friend of mine, you know, as this will be so wrong. You really need to aim to expose her emotions, because emotions is something that she's going to have for you. Because the first one, it is the Seven of Wands, guys, and that is a card showing you that the time for action has been come, and you need to be ready for that. It is kind of like being a predator and let's say hunting your prey, but like a lion. Do you know what the lion does? It says quietly in the grass, in the tall grass, and it does wait for its victim, for his victim to bypass around them and being exhausted, and this is when the lion attacks. So it's kind of like you're not stalking but observing at the start, and then when the time is right, you're making your move. Okay, in existing relationship kind of goes the same way, people, but if your partner annoys you, there will be a window of opportunity for you to make the things right. You just need to be ready for you to do so, and the only thing you need to do in existing relationship is simply say I love you. That's the only thing you do, and make a contact. So if you are split up, people, the only thing you need to do is just call them when you see, for example, a let's say a shitty post in Facebook. They are saying how lonely they feel and how crappy day they had, you know, something that is really showing how miserable they are. Only thing you need to do is just text them and say, hey, you know, I miss you, I love you, and the things should start getting much better, Pisces. For those single, however, also it is where you need to show to that particular person which is emerging for you that they cannot be your friend. They just cannot be. Either you will have love, romantic relationship with them, or you rather have them out of your life, because you can't have someone that you can love as a friend. And I mean that intimate love, okay? And then I already explained what you can really ruin your situations. If you are a single, this is where you kind of being stuck in the friendship zone, you know, and making all these experiences worthwhile only for friends, in terms of inviting this person in your social circle, having fun. All of you know this is only about you two, you know, so you shouldn't invite that woman or this man into your social circle. You should not by any means introduce them in front of your friends or in front of your coworkers, for example, or your family. No, you first need to express your love toward them, because it will be something mutual. Okay, if we're talking about existing relationship, guys, then you need to give a freedom to your partner. Okay, especially if we're talking about reconciliation here, you really need to give them a freedom to think, a freedom to see that the experience they had with you cannot be compared with anything else, and they miss that experience. So you make them aware that you do exist and that you are there for them. You know. So with that being said, people, you just have faith, make them aware that you do exist and you're around them and you are having their back, and they should come to you most suddenly. With the Nine of Pentacles, as we see, that card first speaks success, someone who is very proud of their achievement. So you just found your big fish, people. For those single, you just found your big fish. Okay, and that will create freedom within you. That will create a very cocky feeling that, you know, you will be very proud of the person you have just hooked on your hook, let's say. Okay, and probably your friends will say, oh my god, how you were able to do it, you know. I mean, it is, for example, that woman or that guy, they're awesome. I mean, I'm so happy for you. In a existing relationship goes the same way. It does seems that the tension in between you two is going to lose, and the more it lose, the more not professional, but the more carefree you will start acting toward one another, in the term of that you will start sharing more and you will start experiencing more and more, let's say, mm, team. You will start leading more team experiences, guys. That will expand your vision, and it will especially for reconciliation, will allow you to have a second go into one relationship. So guys, that was the tarot scope for the 12th sign mid-month, a love reading in a term of how you can sustain or your relationship, or how you can maximize your chances to find love. And with that being said, people, I will do take some questions from you guys, just because we haven't saw each other for quite a while. And yeah, you are free to ask your questions right now. I would like to say as well that if you do want a private reading with me, you can check my profile page plan here at Astrolada, and my promotions are still running, which means that if you purchase 20-minute, people, you get 30. If you purchase 30 minutes, you get a one free answer of one question via email. So yeah, I may observe a little bit your questions, guys, but I will for sure pick a couple of them, maybe even 3 of them. We will see how it's gonna go. So yeah, go on, ask. Just let me manage my screen for the chat, guys. Okay. Okay, Mary, so you do want to know about your love for Sagittarius. I'm not sure I'm understanding the question. It's like you love a Sagittarius and you want to know what's going to happen between you two. Okay. Okay, so Meredith just met someone. He is Greek, a Gemini. It feels intense, right? Okay. So 1 second. So what will be the potential relationship in between you two? A very high chance of potential relationship, it is much as I can say. So it seems that you will not be able to lose that person, whatever you do, but you remember that you can diminish your chances of having him fully committed. So hard work, it is what you need to do. Though the energies, as you asked, they are passion and energies of passion, and they can be cooled very quickly and rapidly. So in other terms, you need to take advantage of this passion right now. So for Mary, love for Sagittarius. Oh, justice. So Mary, right now it does seems that you cannot push it that far as you may want to push it. There could be some complications and obstructions, and above everything else, I mean, you need to sit with him and really talk it over, and somehow you need to start negotiating the rules you're going to meet up, the rules that you're going to date, or the rules you're going to live together. I don't know where your relationship is finding itself at. I mean, it could be someone that you try to empathize right now, and if that's the case, I mean, someone that you're trying to get out on dating. And if that's the case, you got to be honest with them and straight, and you got to say to them, look, I can go out from this day to that day at this hour, at that hour, and they will should, I mean, most likely going to accept and you know, give you a time where they can date you. Okay, but really you need to make these you should restrict yourself from making surprises into this empathizement, into this love, just for now. Just so you know, the justice is also a card of air, which suggests that at this very point, I cannot speak way too much for love, rather than more for physical attractions. Just saying. Okay. So, Sarah, with the four of swords, Sarah, how will love go with Aquarius? If you do have some issues right now with that particular person, you may expect that these issues are going to not take place into your recent future. But if you think that they are solved, you are in a grave mistake, okay? Because they will emerge back. So rather use that time of calmness in between you two. So you can expect a very calm, let's say a few weeks to a month. You can use that time really to take on these problems, solve them. I mean, probably a consultation if it's a marriage, you know, and a marriage is going to ruin, probably a marriage consultant is going to do you wonders. But the thing is that you really need to consult yourself with someone that you trust, someone that can really help you with sound advices for that relationship. Other than that, it does seem that relationship is going to start heal slowly but steady. Margaret, how you can stop yourself being a hermit? The Temperance, Margaret. This card really gives the reason why probably you are a hermit, and it's the reason because you're not willing to allow someone who has a slightest disadvantage next to you. Okay, so let's say that it is someone who does not fit in the status or in the social status you want them to fit. You're not giving them a chance. Someone who is not as handsome as you want them to be, you're not giving them a chance. Someone who has a slightly different routine that you are expecting your partner to be, you're not giving them a chance. In other words, you need to expand your pool of possibilities. And the only thing you can do is to make a compromises. Just saying. So, one more, guys. One more. Eva Whiteside says, can I please have a card for love? And yes, you do, with the Hierophant card. Okay, so with the Hierophant card, I don't know what is your situation again, but the Hierophant usually reflects tradition, and you know what tradition means. It means commitment, it means marriage, it means engagement, it could also mean pregnancy, everything, but everything this of this is planned. So it will not be a surprise for you, you know. The very least, it means that if you're single, you are going to meet a person that you can have a trust to, okay? Because this is how one relationship starts. You do trust someone, and then the emotions are starting to unfold, develop, taking place, and those emotions are going to be very, very mature. So yeah, with that being said, guys, I do wish you a very productive next half of month, especially for those seeking for love. I do hope that you will take my advices, or you know, everybody knows for themselves better, but I hope I have been in your help with all these guidance for those which are single and those in relationship. I hope that it will really, really help you. So again, if you do want a private reading, you can find me here on Astrolab. I do have a private a profile page, and my promotions are still running. My specials, I mean, which is 20 minutes for 30 minutes, and 30 minutes is for 30 minutes and answer to one questions via email. So yeah, I really, really want to see you guys soon next time. And until then, you take care now. Bye. Oh, let me